Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap is finally in for Friday, August 1, 2025. In today's episode, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, chases after Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Meanwhile, Katie Logan, Heather Tom, puts doubt in Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, mind about her engagement. Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, is still at the harbor. The seaman recalls giving her a compass to help her find her way through life. Meanwhile, Eric Forrester, John McCook, keeps pushing Ridge to reunite with Brooke. The patriarch warns that Brooke might not be there one day. Ridge scoffs, saying they have a kid together. Of course, Brooke will always be there. Wow, entitled Much. Ridge. Over in Brooke's room, she flashes back to her fight with Ridge. The blonde puts in earbuds and hums while snacking. Ridge knocks on the door, but she can't hear him. Once Brooke is dressed, Eric appears. He urges her not to give up on Ridge yet. Brooke appreciates his words, but she's meeting Nick later and struts out the door. Brooke texts Nick from a fountain and lets Nick know where she is. Brooke is bombarded by memories of Ridge and wipes away a tear. Ridge shows up and touches her arm. Brooke turns around, stunned to see Ridge. At Eric's house in Los Angeles, Taylor is there. Katie appears looking for Donna Logan, Jennifer Garise. Katie asks how Taylor is holding up with Bridgie in Italy. They start bickering. Taylor reminds Katie that Ridge is no longer on the market. Katie reasons this is all about choosing sides. They then start arguing about Eric's meddling. When Bridgie returns to lay, Taylor thinks Ridge will still be engaged to her. Do adults really go around interfering and getting all riled up over someone else's love life? This is also bizarre to me. Over at the hospital, Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, talks to John, Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. Finn doesn't have any more news yet, but he's going to talk to Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, 2DA. Finn spots Grace walking by his office and calls her in. Grace doesn't have time right now. Finn mentions there's nothing on the internet about her amazing colleague. Grace tells them both that they will just have to wait for specifics and has to go. Los Angeles doesn't sleep, especially not when love, betrayal, and grudges grip the city in true Forrester fashion. Friday's The Bold and the Beautiful episode, August 1, offered no reprieve for viewers, delivering firestorms between rival women, a desperate romantic chase, and a doctor willing to risk everything to protect the woman he loves. In a day drenched with high emotions, unexpected confessions, and unrelenting pursuit, the characters of B and B reminded us that when it comes to love and loyalty, there are no rules. Forrester Creations. Katie and Taylor's showdown begins. Tension filled the air at Forrester Creations as Katie Logan stood beside Carter Walton, reviewing the latest designs and talking about the Intimates line's revamp. Everything was going smoothly until Taylor Hayes strutted in with her signature icy poise. "What's she doing here?" Katie asked, barely containing the irritation in her voice. Taylor, unfazed, smiled thinly. "I'm here to check in on Steffi's input for the mental health outreach line. It's part of the brand collaboration." Carter, always the peacemaker, tried to smooth things over. "Ladies, this isn't personal." Katie folded her arms. Everything is personal when it comes to Taylor. The confrontation turned into a full-on sparring match. Katie accused Taylor of meddling in Brooke's life again, reigniting the eternal Logan Hayes rivalry. "You couldn't stand that Ridge chose Brooke again," Katie snapped. "So now you're suddenly all over this office like you belong here," Taylor retorted, her eyes narrowing. "I belong here as much as anyone else. Maybe more, since I actually have a medical degree and a cause greater than seducing someone else's husband." That cut deep, but Katie wasn't backing down. "You're still bitter. Admit it. You hate that Ridge still runs after Brooke." Taylor's cool exterior faltered for a moment, just a flicker. But then she fired back. "And yet here you are, defending a woman who's run through more Forrester men than designs on a sketchpad. Carter stepped in before it could escalate further, urging them to focus on the campaign. But it was clear. The truce between Katie and Taylor had officially shattered. Brooke's home, Ridge's desperate plea. Meanwhile, Brooke Logan stood by her fireplace, looking through old photos of her and Ridge. Memories danced before her eyes, the passionate kisses, the weddings, the endless declarations of love. But so did the heartaches, the betrayals, and the relentless tug-of-war with Taylor. She whispered to herself, "Is it worth it again?" As if summoned by her thoughts, the door burst open. Ridge Forrester stood there, winded and wild-eyed. "Logan," he said softly, his voice raw with emotion, "don't shut me out." Brooke looked at him, her expression a mix of anger and deep affection. "You always do this. You run back to me when you realize the fantasy with Taylor doesn't last." "This isn't about Taylor," Ridge argued. "It's about us. It's always been about us." Brooke's voice cracked. "But you always leave, you always doubt." Ridge approached her, gently taking her hand. "I don't doubt you. I doubt myself. I let outside noise get in the way, and I lose sight of what matters." She pulled away, not fully convinced. "It's not enough to want me when everything else falls apart, Ridge. I need to know you'll stay." In a rare moment of raw vulnerability, Ridge dropped to one knee, not with a ring, but with a plea. "Then let me prove it. Let me earn my place beside you again." Brooke didn't answer right away. The air was thick with decades of history. Her silence wasn't rejection, but it wasn't surrender either. Cliff House. Finn's determination sets in across town. John, Finn Finnegan, stared out at the ocean from Steffi's beloved Cliff House. The sun was setting, but the ache in his heart refused to dim. Steffi was still in Paris with the kids, seeking space, clarity, and peace. Three things Finn hadn't felt since the incident with Liam and Sheila. The distrust that tore through their marriage still stung, and Finn was done being passive. Finnegan entered the living room, concerned. "You haven't eaten, John." "I'm not hungry," Finn said flatly. "You can't fix this by starving yourself," Lai said, sitting beside him. Finn turned to her, eyes fierce. "I'm not waiting anymore, Mom. I let Sheila manipulate me, I let Liam undermine me, and I let Steffi leave. But that ends now. What are you going to do? I'm going to Paris. I'm going to fight for my wife." Lai hesitated. "Are you sure she wants that?" "She might not know she wants it yet," Finn said. "But I do. I know our love is real, and I'm done letting fear ruin that." Lee smiled faintly, remembering her own battles with love and loss. "Then go, but go with honesty. No more secrets, John." Finn nodded, steeled and certain. "It's time to remind Steffi who we are." Forrester Mansion, Eric's quiet wisdom. At the Forrester Mansion, Eric Forrester sat with Donna Logan, sipping brandy and reflecting on the day's chaos. The elder statesman of the family was tired of seeing the next generation spiral into the same old patterns. "I see Ridge chasing Brooke again," he said. "And I can't help but feel like we're trapped in an endless loop." Donna sighed. "Maybe some loops are meant to be broken." Eric raised an eyebrow. "You think Ridge and Brooke are finally done?" Donna thought for a moment. "No, but maybe Brooke is finally done waiting." Eric leaned back, lost in thought. "I just want peace in this family. We've had enough battles to last a lifetime." But even Eric knew that peace in the Forrester family was a rare luxury, especially with rivals re-emerging and hearts in limbo. Spencer Publications. Liam's guilt festers. At Spencer Publications, Liam Spencer stared at the family photo on his desk. Steffi, Kelly, and him. A fantasy that was never truly his anymore. Wyatt entered and immediately noticed his brother's somber energy. "You look like you've been run over," Wyatt quipped. Liam didn't respond. He finally muttered, "She's never coming back." Wyatt sat down. "You mean Steffi?" Liam nodded. "I thought if Finn slipped up, if I was there for her, maybe there was a chance. But now, even if she leaves him, I don't think it'll be for me." Maybe that's for the best, Wyatt said gently. You've got to stop living in the past. I don't know how, Liam whispered. Wyatt looked at him with concern. Then maybe it's time you learn. Before you end up alone. Back at Brooke's, Ridge's kiss, and rejection. As night fell, Ridge was still at Brooke's, holding her hand, whispering promises of a future free of doubts. He leaned in and kissed her. It wasn't passionate, it was tender, familiar. A kiss born of years of shared memories. When he pulled back, he searched her eyes for a sign of hope. Brooke looked down. I love you, Ridge. I always will. But love isn't always enough. Ridge's face fell. I need time, she said. But not too much, he pleaded. She gave a faint smile. You're not the only one who's tired of circles. He kissed her forehead and walked away, defeated but not finished. As today's episode drew to a close, previews for next week promised even more explosive twists. Finn arrives in Paris. But Steffi's not alone. Is someone else vying for her heart? Brooke makes a decision that stuns both Ridge and Taylor. Katie and Taylor's feud escalates into something neither Carter nor Eric can mediate. Liam considers leaving LA to find a new purpose. Sheila returns, with a vengeance and a new plan. Final thoughts. Friday, August 1's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful delivered classic soap brilliance. Fiery confrontations, heartfelt pleas, and declarations of love wrapped in regret. Katie and Taylor's bitter feud, Ridge's relentless pursuit of Brooke, and Finn's newfound courage set the stage for what promises to be a sizzling August. In a world where hearts change with the tides, and loyalties are tested by every kiss and every lie, only one thing is certain: no one stays bold and beautiful without fighting for what they love. And the fight has only just begun. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.